Hey guys, this is LightbackMan97 with LEGO Transformers Smokestream version 2. So for those of you who don't know, I upload my videos and record them on my iPhone. And YouTube has, well, Google actually has canceled its contract with Apple in case you weren't aware of that. So I haven't been able to easily upload or make videos for YouTube. And to make things worse, the YouTube Capture app, in my opinion, is not that reliable. So I finally got something worked out, and I'm back to making videos. So, this is Smokestream version 2. The one thing you might notice is that he's flat on the bottom now. If you haven't seen version 1, I'll put a link in the description. It was basically almost nothing like this. There are still some similarities, but there are a lot of differences as well. So yeah, he is flat on the bottom. There's not all these hinges and junk. As well as the wings are flat. The legs aren't attached to the wings. The wings still become the legs, but it's a whole lot better in jet mode. It is still blocky. There are still these hinges and cavities. But, you know, it's a LEGO Transformer, and I think this is alright for compared to what he was. I took off the jet engines in the back. I just thought they stood out a little too much. But yeah, I really like this. He does have a display stand right here. It becomes a gun in robot mode. If you can't see how that becomes a gun, I'll explain it when I get him into his robot mode. So let's transform it. His transformation is a bit similar, but it is a bit different. First of all, you don't have to take anything off now, so that's a plus. You won't start out the same way, just bring up the back fins, or wings, whichever one you want to call them. And then bring them out. These will become the arms. And then you bring down the back here, just like before. Now you bring down the legs. I think, I don't exactly remember how this whole thing worked, but I think you had to deform the knee, like he had a double joint knee, and you had to double joint the knee to work out his legs to get them to transform right. You don't have to do that anymore. So yeah, that's a bit of a convenience that I forgot about. But yeah, I just thought I'd point that out. So next one we want to do is bring the arms around to the front. They are on soft ratchets now, as opposed to the clip joints they were on earlier. Now, this has changed a bit because you have to not pop it off. Yep. You have to rotate it around now before you rotate it down. I'll explain that in a minute. But the arms are about the same other than that one change, which I will explain once I get him transformed. Bring down this and bring down the nose, which is on a separate hinge now. And then you just rotate the head around. And here is Smokestream version 2 in his robot mode. So yeah, there you go. I'll go ahead and explain the arms real quick. The reason you have to rotate them around before you rotate them down is because if you've seen version 1, there was a stud connecting this hinge to the arm, or the arm to the hinge, whatever. The arm was spaced out enough to where you could do it either way, but now it's closer to this hinge. So not only does he have a little less articulation because the arm doesn't go in and out anymore, but now you have to transform it in that order. Otherwise, it won't transform right. You just have to do that. Yeah. Anyway, here is Smokestream version 2 in robot mode. You can see he looks about the same, and I think that's great that he looks the same in robot mode, considering he looks a whole lot better in jet mode. So, yeah, that's pretty great. He does have this hollow bit in here that is due to the hinges not being at the bottom. It also takes out his gut in robot mode. And yeah, he's just hollowed out. But, you know, that's not too big of a problem because you don't really notice that from too many angles. So, yeah, he's pretty cool. Now, he does still have his gun. He doesn't have his sword, but he still has the gun. And you just do that, and there's his gun. Not really much effort. This was sort of a last-minute thing. But, yeah, he does have a cool gun. I think this is much cooler than his original gun. and he can hold it like this. Give me just a second. And now he has his pretty cool blaster. And if you want, I don't prefer this, but you can take this piece off and put it on the barrel, kind of like a silencer. But, you know, that just looks a bit ridiculous because he's got this really long blaster in one hand. But so, I don't normally do that, but it is an option. And yeah, there he is. Articulation's basically the same, aside from the in and out that he doesn't have anymore. Arms go forward and back, bend at the elbow, the head rotates, the legs go in and out, bend at the knee, the bend at the leg. If I take this blaster off, I can show you that he does sort of have a, you can kind of have a pseudo forward and back, like making it look like he's bending his leg forward. I don't know how realistic that looks, but use your imagination and you'll see it. But anyway, this is Smokescreen version 2, and this is Lab Bike Man 97. Glad to be back after so long, and I'll see you guys later.